All right, Ken, what's your reflection of the day?
Well, it's nice to be able to have the freedom to talk about my experiences for today. I was been having a hard time with my sleep. I had trouble sleeping last night because I was feeling sad, depressed. So I enjoy myself watching movies instead of having the discipline to go to bed early. So then today I was feeling really tired and um, really couldn't stay focused to get much work done. Had fun meeting people at the free meal on Center Street in Moab. Then I was watching my movie, my favorite is 24 Hours at the library. And after the movies, I got triggered. I had my crying spell because I was also reading another book about taking care of your soul. And so when I don't get enough sleep, I have this chronic sadness in my body that comes and go, and this pain. And so it was nice just to cry outside the library. And as I was crying, I was just thinking about my reflections. And I was thinking, it's like, I should not feel ashamed to be able to have feelings, to feel sad and to cry. And then I thought about, you know, how, who I am, what I do, and how I've been having a hard time focusing on doing my work lately. And the sadness coming out of me, I was able to kind of think about, the advocacy work I do with mental health is important because I have my freedom to cry at the library. I have my freedom to feel my pain. I have my freedom to be there, even though I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And I thought about all the people who were labeled with a psychiatric diagnosis, that you get discriminated, that anytime you have feelings, pain, that you see a doctor who's based on medical model, they want you to take medications, and the medications and the bad side effects, and they want to drug you up. And I thought that, no matter how painful I was feeling at that moment, it was nice to be able to cry freely, that I have a choice in my treatment, that I can go to acupuncture, which I did, or that I can take medications. But the problem is that the people who I work with, many do not have that choice. Many are told that they have to take medications for life, and the dependency on the medications. And I was one of them. And so I keep thinking, my pain are real, and I don't know why I have my mood swings. Maybe because the sadness from past traumas. I hope one day it's less where I don't have my crying spell. But the thing is, I keep thinking about respecting myself. That I know I took on too much for work, and so that's more stress by not being able to stay focused to do my work. And I also know that I'm sensitive, that when I watch a movie, subconscious psychological things happen in my body, and then that energy of sadness inside my body is always there. That makes me human. If you can't feel the sadness, then you're not human. And so through my crying spell, I keep thinking what happened if someone saw me cry at the library. And then sometimes I keep thinking that, what's wrong with crying if I'm in pain? And this is part who I am. That when I don't get enough rest, I'm more sensitive to pain, and the crying comes out. Then I thought about how I'm not happy with my work. How, I feel like I've been cursed because I have a good heart and I always want to help people, but then I never feel good about the work I do. I don't know what happened to me where I can't feel that joy for my work sometimes. And then I thought, the freedom to cry at the library is important because there are thousands of people who I work with who do not have a choice. They have outpatient court commitment. They were labeled with bipolar disorder or schizophrenia, and the court tell them they have to take medications or else they go to jail or whatever else. Or when you go to a doctor and they tell you that the only way to get better is to be medicated. and then you try 6 or 7 medications and you lose hope and you commit suicide because you're in so much pain. And I survived over 1,000 days of suicidal thoughts and feelings. And I keep thinking, I should not feel ashamed that I'm in pain, that I cry. And I keep thinking, what insights do I have about my life and how I'm free, that I can choose what I want to do, that I can quit my job and just go wash dishes and have a low stress life.
Okay.
And I keep thinking, I've been out of balance. And it's learning to get back to balance and learning to understand my personality and learning to get my needs met. And I guess part of me, I'm angry because I'm not taking care of my own health. That I'm in Moab where it's so beautiful and I'm not out there enjoying nature. I'm stuck in the office doing work. But all that has a solution. And I know that I get depressed, I get suicide thoughts once in a while, sometimes it comes and goes. But I also know that through learning about meditation and Buddhist philosophies and spirituality, that our mind, our emotions, our thoughts, that we do have power over it. That when we stay calm, we do not go into extreme states of mind where we become manic, psychotic, or suicidal. That sometimes I do have suicide thoughts, but I don't act out on it. Sometimes I have sadness in my body combined with the suicide thoughts, but I know that I'm feeling it and that I don't have to worry about killing myself. They're just thoughts. The bad feelings I feel, they're just feelings. And I can breathe to calm my body down and have awareness that I don't have to give power away to my bad thoughts and feelings. And as I heal, they get better. But the fact is that I'm not crazy. The fact is I can think and I can choose what to do with my life. That sometimes I don't make the best choices. Sometimes, I'm sensitive. I might drink to soothe my pain. But fortunately, I don't like alcohol, so I don't drink. But what I do is I love to watch movies, and that's what makes me feel better. Sometimes I'm only human. I have sex to soothe my sadness, just like any other people. And I used to feel ashamed to say that. Sometimes I just want to be with somebody because I feel sad, even though I don't care who they are. But the fact is, what I learned is that through learning meditation is I can be aware of my feelings and my thoughts and my actions. That I don't have to hurt myself and that I'm responsible for me. And that my nonprofit advocacy work and educational training is important because most people I work with do not know that they have power over the mind, thoughts, emotions, and spirits.
1 minute.
They're told that they're diseased and they're not. And so I have gratitude that I'm free, that I can think for myself and I can decide what I want to do with my life. And it's okay to cry sometimes.